Not every healthy food is good for your nerves. That's the truth no one talks about. Some foods might look natural, light, even functional, but they could actually be making your foot numbness worse and silently damaging your nerves. If you've been dealing with tingling, burning, or stabbing sensations in your feet, listen up, because today I'm revealing 4 foods that seem healthy but could be wrecking your nerves from the inside out. And the worst one? It's sitting on millions of breakfast tables every morning. Want to protect your feet for real? Stick around till the end and drop a comment. Do you feel foot numbness? Yes or no? Food number 4, flavored yogurt. Let's talk about a snack that's in almost every fridge, flavored yogurt. It's marketed as light, healthy, full of probiotics, and great for digestion. But here's what no one tells you. This so-called healthy choice could be making your foot numbness worse. The problem isn't the yogurt itself, it's what's added to it. Most fruit yogurts are packed with added sugars, and not just a little. Some brands have as much sugar as a dessert, and when you combine sugar with dairy, you get a dangerous mix for your nervous system. Why? Because sugar messes with your blood flow. It spikes your glucose levels, causing inflammation that damages your blood vessels, especially the small ones that feed your nerves. Over time, poor circulation means your nerve endings stop getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. That's when the tingling, numbness, and burning sensations start to kick in. This is especially true if you already have conditions like prediabetes or diabetes, where blood sugar control is even more critical. But even if your blood sugar is normal, constantly spiking it with sugar-laden yogurt can put your nerves at risk. And there's more. Many flavored yogurts also contain artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and thickeners, all of which can irritate your gut and cause low-grade inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to nerve damage and peripheral neuropathy. Now let's talk dairy. Yogurt contains a protein called casein, which can trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals. It also contains natural sugars like lactose, which some people have trouble digesting. When your body struggles to break down lactose, it can create gut imbalances, and that in turn affects your immune system and your nerves. But here's the kicker. Even people who tolerate dairy well may still be harming their nerves by eating these sweetened yogurts regularly. It's not just about what your body can handle, it's about what it needs to stay healthy long term. And your nerves need stable blood sugar, low inflammation, and good circulation. Flavored yogurt does the opposite on all 3 fronts. So what should you eat instead? If you love yogurt, don't worry, ma. You don't have to give it up. Just make a smarter swap. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. It has more protein, less sugar, and still gives you all the probiotic benefits. Add fresh fruit like blueberries or raspberries if you want natural sweetness. They're loaded with antioxidants and won't spike your blood sugar the same way processed sugar does. You can even add a sprinkle of cinnamon, which has a natural anti-inflammatory properties and helps regulate glucose levels. Now that's a nerve-friendly snack. Here's a quick rule of thumb. If the yogurt has a flavor on the label, like strawberry, vanilla, or mango, assume it's loaded with sugar unless proven otherwise. Always check the ingredients list. If sugar, corn syrup, or artificial flavors are near the top, it's a no-go for your nerves. So next time you reach into the fridge thinking you're making a healthy choice, ask yourself, is this yogurt really helping your body or slowly damaging your nerves? Food number 3, healthy cereal bars. They look so innocent, right? A tidy little bar wrapped in shiny foil that promises energy, fiber, maybe even protein. Fitness bar, granola bar, energy bar, whatever name it goes by, it's often marketed as the perfect on-the-go snack. But if you suffer from foot numbness, this healthy habit might be silently making things worse. Let's start with what's really inside these bars. Most so-called healthy cereal bars are highly processed. Flip the label over and you'll find a cocktail of ingredients: sugar, glucose syrup, artificial flavors, vegetable oils, soy protein isolate, preservatives, and often a surprising amount of salt. Even the bars that claim to be natural or low sugar tend to contain sweeteners that can spike your blood sugar or irritate your nerves. And this is where things start going downhill. Sugar, as we've already seen, is one of the biggest enemies of your nerves. It creates inflammation, disrupts blood flow, and damages the tiny blood vessels that nourish your peripheral nerves, especially in your feet and hands. Over time, those little pins and needles sensations can turn into full-blown neuropathy. But it's not just sugar. These bars are often loaded with refined oils, usually from corn, soybean, or sunflower, that are high in omega-6 fats. Now, your body does need some omega-6, but most people already get way too much and not enough omega-3. The result? chronic, low-grade inflammation that breaks down your nerves slowly and silently. And here's a detail most people don't know. Many cereal bars contain synthetic vitamins and protein isolates. These sound healthy on paper, but they're often hard to digest and poorly absorb. Your body doesn't recognize them the same way it does with nutrients from real food. Instead of nourishing your system, they can trigger gut irritation, and when your gut is inflamed, your whole body follows. Why does that matter for your nerves? Because nerve health starts in the gut. An inflamed gut leads to immune system dysfunction, and when your immune system is off balance, your nerves take the hit. Studies now link gut health to everything from brain fog to neuropathy, and your daily snack bar could be part of the problem. But wait, there's more. Many of these bars are paired with a glass of milk, yogurt, or coffee. Remember what we said about mixing dairy with inflammatory foods? This combo only adds fuel to the fire, creating the perfect storm for nerve damage. So what can you do instead? It's simple. If you're looking for a healthy snack, go for real food. A handful of raw nuts, like almonds or walnuts, offers protein, healthy fats, and powerful antioxidants. A piece of fruit with a spoon of natural peanut butter gives you sweetness, fiber, and energy without the blood sugar crash. Even a hard-boiled egg or some carrot sticks with hummus are far better options for your nerves. Still want a bar? Look for one with less than 5 grams of sugar, no seed oils, and a short list of real ingredients. If you don't recognize something on the label, your nerves probably won't either. Here's the takeaway. Those fitness bars might look like a smart choice, but most of them are nothing more than candy bars in disguise. And if you're trying to protect your feet, your nerves, and your long-term mobility, this is one snack worth ditching. Food number 2, store-bought whole wheat bread. Let's be honest, whole wheat bread has a great reputation. It's got that health halo effect. People think switching from white bread to whole wheat is a smart move, and in some cases, it is. But here's the truth. Most store-bought whole wheat bread isn't doing your nerves any favors. In fact, it might be making your foot numbness even worse. Why? Because not all whole wheat is created equal. First of all, many commercial brands use a blend of refined flour and just enough whole grain to legally call it whole wheat. That means you're still getting the same blood sugar spike as regular white bread, just with a little extra fiber. And for anyone dealing with nerve issues, blood sugar spikes are a big red flag. When your blood sugar shoots up after eating something carb-heavy, your body responds by releasing insulin. That sounds normal, right? But when this happens too often, it can lead to insulin resistance, one of the biggest drivers of chronic inflammation and peripheral neuropathy. The nerves in your feet are especially vulnerable because they're far from your central nervous system and depend heavily on tiny blood vessels for nourishment. When blood sugar control breaks down, those nerves are the first to suffer. But there's another hidden danger: gluten. Even if you don't have celiac disease, gluten can still trigger inflammation in many people, especially as we age. It can damage the lining of your gut, leading to a condition known as leaky gut. That means tiny particles of undigested food and toxins slip into your bloodstream, triggering an immune response that spreads inflammation throughout the body, including your nerves. The result? Tingling, numbness, burning, or a pins and needles sensation in the feet and toes. All classic signs of peripheral nerve irritation. And here's the kicker. Many whole wheat breads are full of additives that make things worse. Preservatives, emulsifiers, added sugars, and even caramel coloring. Yes, bread can be dyed to look more whole grain. All contribute to poor gut health and systemic inflammation. So what should you do? First, don't trust the label. Multigrain, whole grain, wheat. These words mean almost nothing unless you read the ingredients list. If enriched wheat flour or high fructose corn syrup is on the label, put it back on the shelf. Second, consider reducing your gluten intake if you have persistent numbness or tingling in your feet. You don't need to go 100% gluten-free overnight, but replacing your daily bread with better options can make a big difference. Try switching to sprouted grain bread. It's easier to digest and has a lower glycemic impact. Even better, explore alternatives like almond flour bread, coconut flour wraps, or simple rice cakes with avocado. These give you the texture and satisfaction of bread without the hidden nerve-damaging effects. Another smart move? Focus on fiber from real sources like vegetables, legumes, and seeds, instead of relying on processed bread to deliver it. Look, bread isn't evil, but the kind you find in most supermarkets is ultra-processed, blood sugar spiking, and inflammation triggering. If you're serious about reducing foot numbness and protecting your nerves, this is one swap worth making. Food number 1, store-bought fruit juice. It's colorful, refreshing, packed with vitamins, and often labeled as 100% natural. But if you think fruit juice is a healthy choice, especially for your nerves, think again, because this is one of the biggest health traps in your kitchen. And if you're dealing with foot numbness, this might be the worst thing you're drinking. Here's why. Fruit juice, even the ones labeled no sugar added, is a concentrated source of natural sugar, mainly fructose. The problem isn't that fruit is bad. The problem is how it's processed. When you eat a piece of whole fruit, the fiber slows down how quickly the sugar enters your bloodstream. But when you drink juice, the fiber is stripped away. What's left? A fast-absorbing liquid sugar bomb. And what does that do? It spikes your blood sugar, hard and fast. This rapid spike creates inflammation and damages your blood vessels, especially the tiny ones that supply your peripheral nerves. Over time, those nerves, particularly in your feet and legs, start to break down, leading to tingling, numbness, and even pain. And it gets worse. High sugar intake, even from natural sources like juice, increases your risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. All of these conditions are strongly linked to peripheral neuropathy. But wait, juice is just fruit, right? Not exactly. Most store-bought juices are pasteurized, which destroys a lot of the natural nutrients. To make up for the loss in flavor, companies often add natural flavors, concentrates, or even extra sweeteners. Some brands even sneak in high fructose corn syrup and still label the bottle as natural. And don't forget the preservatives and stabilizers that can also mess with your gut health. So what does this mean for your nerves? When your body is constantly flooded with sugar, even from something as innocent looking as orange juice, your nerves don't stand a chance. The inflammation builds up, circulation suffers, and the numbness in your feet, it gets worse. You might be thinking, but I only drink a small glass in the morning. Unfortunately, that's all it takes, especially if you're also eating other sugar-laden or inflammatory foods throughout the day. It all adds up. So what should you do instead? Skip the bottled juice and go for whole fruits. An orange with the peel on? Great. A handful of berries? Even better. They give you the flavor and the nutrients, plus fiber, which helps stabilize your blood sugar and protect your nerves. Want something to drink that actually supports your nerve health? Try herbal teas like ginger or turmeric, both of which have anti-inflammatory properties. Infused water with lemon, cucumber, or mint is another refreshing and blood sugar-friendly choice. If you really crave juice, make it yourself at home and drink it in moderation, preferably with some protein or healthy fat to slow down the sugar absorption. But for daily hydration, water and herbal teas are your best friends. Bottom line, that glass of fruit juice might look healthy, but for your nerves, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And if you're serious about protecting your feet, it's time to trade the juice for something that truly supports your body, not sabotages it. And there you have it, 4 so-called healthy foods that could be making your foot numbness worse. If you want to protect your nerves, start by removing these from your daily routine. Small changes lead to big results. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful health tips every week.